Hello everyone, hope you are all doing fine and welcome to another episode of Homing TV. This video is a wrap up for Dorico Pro's write mode, and from the next video onwards I will be covering the engrave mode and also more power user videos to help you improve your workflow in Dorico. Our video today is about these two tools, video and comments. Let's start with the comments. This tool gives you the ability to comment on your score for later use, and it is pretty simple to use. All you have to do is to just highlight a spot and then click this plus button down here and write whatever you want. So I'm going to write hello. You can also reply to your comments, or if you're working with someone else, by going down here and clicking on this button down and just write a comment. So I'm going to say goodbye. That's it. And you might expect that you see your text here, but you don't really see your text. You just see the name of the person. So in my case, it's Homayun. So it's just the HO there. And it would have been nice actually to see the text or the option to show or hide the text. I guess it would have been more useful. And there's also another fine feature here to know about, and this is this export. So if we click on the export, I have two monitors, so I'm going to grab this out here. Yeah, you'll get an export of all your comments, and you can see hello and goodbye and the bar. So it's bar 6, and instrument piano and the timing. All right, let me close this. And oh yeah, before I forget also, you can see your first comment and the reply to that with a tiny indentation here. So that's a way to see the reply of your comments. All right, now I'm just gonna delete these two by pressing backspace or delete. And now we're gonna talk about the other tool, which is the video. Adding a video to Dorico is super easy. All you have to do is to go to your setup tab, down below in the flow section, right click, and then you go to video, and there's this attach button. I'm going to click on attach, and you find your video there. For example, I'm going to just choose this one. And once you click on it, you will have a new video open, which is called the video properties. And it's quite simple. The first one is the location of your video file. The second is the video frame rate, which is the actual frame rate of your video. The third one is your project frame rate, which is now 25 FPS, but we can also press this button to match it to the video frame rate. And you can also use this drop down to find other frame rates. And it's good to know that both in Cubase and Dorico, they only support FPSs above 23.98. So if you're working on a project or an animation that is around 12 FPS, you cannot really import it. You really have to convert it, and then you can use it. Otherwise, it's just going to give you an error that the file is not supported. All right, I'll go back. And this is the beat unit. It will also be the same as the one that you put in your score. So I'm just going to keep it on the quarter note. And this stuff we're going to talk about later. So let's just click on OK. And before I go into write mode, you can see that there is a reel here, like an icon of a reel, that it means that this flow has a video attached to it. So if I add another flow, you will notice that it doesn't have this reel here. But now let's go to write mode and see what we can do there. Okay, now even though the video is attached, you have to bring it out. And for that, you can just click this reel here, and your video will pop out. And it would have been nice if we had an option to keep the video on top when we are working. Otherwise, when you click, it's just gonna go away. So hopefully we get that in the future. I'm just gonna put it here. But now let's see how we can scroll through our video. It's very easy. All you have to do, well, actually, I'm gonna see if I can bring it here again. Yeah, so you can use the plus and minus on your keyboard, or if you don't have, you can use the function keys on your keyboard. So F8 is for play. Oop. And then you have F9 and F7 to go back and forth, which is pretty handy. And for example, now you find a nice spot and you want to add a marker. All you have to do is to just press Alt, Shift, and M on your keyboard. I'm going to do that, and then we have a new window, and we can just add a marker, and we say scene change, just an example, and it's added here according to what we wrote. We have the markers in the right channel as well, so we can see them as a list if you click on the video button here, and as you can see, it's added here as well. And then you can press on the +2 to add markers. But one important thing for you to know is that if you want to add markers, it should be from the moment that the playhead is there and not the selection. So if I just select here and I want to add a marker, it's not going to work. So make sure your playhead is where you want it to be. So I'm just going to skip here and I'm going to add a marker. So marker 2, whatever, hello, and I'm gonna press OK, and then it's added there. And there's also this tiny box here. If it's like IMP, which stands for important, if you just click on it, it will make it slightly bold, which is telling you, or well, Dorico, that these scenes are important, and it just keeps them bold. And now let me go back to our setup here. I want to tell you about the other options. So I'm gonna right click here, I'll go to the video, and I'll go to the properties. So this one is telling Dorico that you want the piece to start actually 4 counts later. So imagine you have a conductor and they ask you to start the piece actually 8 bars later, or 8 beats later, or whatever. So if you click on OK, as you see, the scene change has jumped forward. So actually the film and everything is going to start 8 beats later. I'm going to press Ctrl Z so you can see it better. This was before, and then this is after. All right, now let's go back again to, no, what was it? Yep, video, properties. Okay, and these are also the same. This is the timecode start. So this is just it works with the numbers of your timecode that is here, and this is the start offset of your video. So imagine you have two flows, 3 flows, or you want to work on different scores for the same file. All you can do is to just say, hey, for example, I want this video to start at 0, 0, 0, so from the beginning, but then I want my other flow, so let's say I'm going to duplicate this. Okay, and as you can see, the video is already added here because it's duplicated. And then I will go to the video properties, and you can see that we also have the options here. Now I'm going to say, okay, this one I wanted to start at, let's say 60 seconds. Oop, why the 6 is not being added here? Let's go 59. Oh yeah, of course 60 is not going to be there because it's 59. That was a bit too goofy. All right, I'm going to press on OK here. And as you can see, the timing has jumped. So you're not going to be able to see it right now because I don't have that many bars here. But if you add bars, you'll be able to see them. And that was it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Perhaps in the future I make a more advanced version for the Dorico video options. But for now, I guess this is good for the basics. And if you have any questions or comments, please do leave them in the comment section. And hopefully see you in the next video. Homayun out.